ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
A Florida woman is recovering after being rescued from floodwaters in Maine. We've got the details. Good afternoon. I'm Susan Farley. Multiple people are now facing charges after police say a traffic stop led to the discovery of drugs, and the constitutionality of the upcoming legislative session is being challenged in court. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey, Susan. Happy Thursday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Lou G. and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Here we go. So we do have a small crowd advisory that's been extended through at least 8 a.m. Friday. Along the coast, as wave heights continue to remain high, at least at this point. Some flood warnings in effect, at least until further notice, because we're dealing, of course, with some high river levels because of the rain we've seen recently. But otherwise, so we've had some rain developing from the east going toward the west, a little bit more of an unusual direction. Even some snow possibly last night as well. That's started to taper off now. Let's zoom things out. Here's the area low pressure right here. That's tracking from the west, going toward the east, pulling in some of that moisture from the east to the west as well. But some improvement on the way. After tonight, we're done with the precipitation. We finally begin to dry out and the sun comes out too. Chances for scattered showers again for today, but notice that starts to taper off later on tonight, and the clouds start to break up later in the daytime period for your Friday. Some wind to watch out for generally out of the north at around 10 to 15 miles per hour sustained, with some higher gusts reaching at around 20 to 25 miles per hour cannot be ruled out, but notice it starts to back off, especially as we head towards your Friday afternoon. But upper 40s for today, some scattered rain showers possible and breezy out there too. North wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. By tonight, lower 40s, rain showers early, then becoming mostly cloudy with that north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, mostly cloudy with a few rain showers possible again. Temperatures in the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. We begin with some breaking news. Crews are on the scene of an accident at the 300 block of El Hill Road in Palmyra. This is a serious crash involving a tractor trailer and a car. We're hearing that they have blocked off the roads in that area. We have a crew headed to the scene now, and we'll have more for you on ABC 7 News at 6. Police say a distracted driver died after crashing into a guardrail on the Maine Turnpike in Falmouth. Maine State Police say the driver, identified as 59-year-old Thomas Bosma of Falmouth, became distracted around 6 a.m. Wednesday, drifted off the road, and hit a guardrail, upending his pickup truck. The driver had to be extracted from the vehicle. Police say Bosma suffered serious injuries but was alert and communicating with first responders. However, once he was taken to Maine Medical Center, his condition rapidly deteriorated and he succumbed to his injuries. The crash remains under investigation. An 18-year-old died after the SUV her mother was driving crashed into a recycling truck in New Sharon. Maine State Police say 39-year-old woman was driving a Chevy Suburban on Farmington Falls Road around 1:20 p.m. Tuesday when she rear-ended an Archie's recycling truck while it pulled over and to pick up recyclables. Police say the woman was driving with her 3 children, 18-year-old Kaylee Ladd, a toddler, and an infant. Ladd died following the crash. The mother and her other 2 children suffered minor injuries and are expected to recover. That crash also remains under investigation. It was a very close call for a Florida woman after she became stranded in Monday's stormy weather. We've learned she had to be rescued by a game warden after her car became surrounded by floodwaters in the town of Waterford. Game warden Harry Wigman found the 76-year-old woman around 11:30 Monday night. The warden gave Karen Palmer a flotation device and then brought her to his truck to warm up. She had become hypothermic from all the cold water entering her car. The warden also returned to her vehicle to retrieve medications and other personal items that Palmer might need. Multiple people are now facing charges after police say a traffic stop led to the discovery of drugs. On Tuesday afternoon, an officer conducted a traffic stop on a car on Ohio Street for an expired registration. Bangor police say the officer had cause to walk his canine partner around the car. The dog indicated the presence of drugs. Police say they located a substantial amount of illegal drugs and cash. 33-year-old Quentin Porter of Connecticut was arrested and charged with aggravated trafficking of drugs. 2 passengers in the car are also facing charges. 37-year-old Jennifer Saltzman of Bangor was arrested on outstanding warrants for failure to appear on drug trafficking charges. 29-year-old Joseph Landry Nelson of Kentuskeg was charged with unlawful possession of drugs. A man from Gardner is facing numerous charges following an investigation into an alleged case of elder abuse. The Kennebec County Sheriff's Office says it began investigating reports of abuse on April 13th and have arrested 59-year-old David Dinan. His alleged victim is a 91-year-old family member. Dinan is charged with endangering the welfare of a dependent person, aggravated assault with a weapon, domestic violence assault, and criminal threatening. Dinan has already been released on $10,000 bail and has been ordered not to have contact with the victim or witnesses in the case. Mainers rallied at the State House Wednesday, urging the Veterans and Legal Affairs Committee to pass a bill that would bring a major change to Maine's elections. The bill would promote an anti-corruption amendment to the United States Constitution. Our Matthew Jaroncic has the story.
Please protect us from this type of corruption.
Supporters of LD 1610 gathered at the State House to rally and testify in favor of a bill aimed to reduce foreign government interference in Maine's elections.
These foreign entities are trying to sow confusion with their easily refuted arguments because they can't reconcile their position with this simple truth. Maine voters have the right, the responsibility, to protect our elections from foreign governments who seek to disrupt our democracy.
Should this bill become law, it would prohibit foreign government entities from making any form of contribution to influence the nomination or election of a candidate or the initiation or approval of a referendum. The proposed bill currently has 80,000 signatures and has received bipartisan support from lawmakers, including Senators Nicole Grahowski and Richard Bennett.
What we're trying to do is close the loophole here in Maine to change that law. This is a real and clear and present danger.
The legislature needs to listen to the people and do our jobs and get this passed.
Caitlin LeCase, who represents the organization Protect Maine Elections, says their message is clear. Maine is not for sale to foreign governments or wealthy campaign contributors.
The time for change is now. Today we are here to ask the legislature a simple question. Will you stand with us, the Maine voters who are trying to protect our elections, or will you choose to stand with the very foreign governments that are disrupting our democracy?
In Augusta, Matthew Jaroncic reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
The wording has been finalized for a referendum question voters will decide come November. It's the question that concerns replacing CMP and Versant Power with a customer-owned utility company. The citizens' initiative is called An Act to Create the Pine Tree Power Company, a nonprofit customer-owned utility. Secretary of State Shannon Bellows says the finalized word will read as follows: do you want to create a new power company governed by an elected board to acquire and operate existing for-profit electricity transmission and distribution facilities in Maine? Secretary Bellows was directed by the Maine Supreme Court to revise the question as initially drafted following a recent challenge to the language. The Bureau of Corporations, Elections, and Commissions will be creating a citizen's guide to the 2023 election in the coming months. All voters are encouraged to read it and educate themselves on the details of that bill. The constitutionality of the upcoming legislative special session is being challenged in court. Several legislators and a nonprofit called Respect Maine have joined the citizen-initiated lawsuit. Respect Maine says it advocates for responsible government which respects both the Constitution and the people of Maine. The suit alleges that the circumstances laid out by Governor Mills in her proclamation convening the special session do not constitute the required extraordinary occasion outlined in the Maine state constitution. They also claim the presiding officers of the legislature and Governor Mills colluded to pass a more favorable budget earlier in the year and reconvene later. In her proclamation calling for the legislative special session on March 31st, Governor Mills cited the need for legislators to attend to several matters, including, quote, the state budget, pending legislation, pending nominations of state board and commission members, and pending nominations of judicial officers by the governor requiring legislative confirmation, end quote. A proposed bill that aims to modernize the Maine state seal to better represent the people of Maine. The current Dirigo design features a seaman and a husbandman. If passed, the official descriptions of those figures would be made gender neutral. Seaman would become sailor, while husbandman would become farmer. The bill would also direct the Secretary of State to commission a redesign to depict one of the said figures as a female. The bill's sponsor, House Majority Leader Maureen Terry of Gorham, said, quote, a state's flag is supposed to be emblematic of the people of her state, their values, and their culture. While no flag or image can perfectly capture the complete essence of a people, Maine's flag depicting a husbandman and a seaman is far too outdated. Updating that statute that describes the state flag with language that better represents our citizens is one way we can modernize this important symbol, making it more meaningful to more Mainers. A public hearing on the bill will be held in Augusta today. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, a bill to save redemption centers is ready for the governor to sign. We've got the details when we return.
Ready to create your backyard oasis? Alexander's Professional Landscaping will work with you to create your perfect outdoor space. Work one-on-one with our landscape designer to create a unique garden to fit your family's personal aesthetics and lifestyle. Have our pros install your new lawn, deck, or patio. Schedule a consultation today by calling 573-4497. Alexander's Professional Landscaping, the way landscaping should be.
Looking to haul a new piece of equipment? Homeowners or commercial, Coops Truck and Equipment has the right trailer for you. Coops is the largest dealer of truck flatbeds and hauler bodies in the state and can replace any old rusty bed or outfit any new truck. Our full-service facility can modify all truck and trailers with steel and aluminum fabricators on duty. We are your go-to place for CM truck bodies, H&H trailers, and load trail trailers. For trailers, truck bodies, truck outfitting, and more, it's Coops.
Victor, why are you still living with odors? Get back in there and freshen instantly with new Febreze Air Mist. That's right, Febreze now has a new, finer mist that floats in the air longer and quickly fills the room to fight even your toughest odors. Leftover fried fish funk? Instant freshness. Gaming teen odors? Instant freshness. Spray new Febreze Air Mist to keep your home smelling fresh and clean.
Before and bath fitter. Before and bath fitter. If you have a before bath, now's the time to call Bath Fitter to get a beautiful after. With our unique tub over tub process, there's no mess or stress. Spend smart on a beautiful new bath done right, backed by a lifetime warranty. Join over 2 million happy customers who know it just fits. Bath Fitter. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Come see us at R&K Variety in Hamden. R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily, we offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, our famous lasagna, or one of our savory soups, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after work? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
The first cruise ship of the 2023 season arrives in Bar Harbor today. It will arrive during an ongoing legal battle between the town and some residents over a proposal to limit the daily number of passengers allowed to disembark in Bar Harbor. Until that is settled, it is business as usual, and businesses owners are getting ready for the influx of visitors. Devin Dagnall has the story.
On Thursday, hundreds of tourists will enter the town of Bar Harbor as passengers of the town's first cruise ship of the season. Bar Harbor interim city manager Sarah Gilbert says the Norwegian cruise ship will be arriving around 10 a.m. with over 2,000 passengers on board. With that much foot traffic, a lot of local businesses will have their work cut out for them. Jetty's bartender Bethany Harris says she and her team are up for the task.
We deal with a lot of cruise ships every year, so we're pretty prepared. We have a lot of returning staff, so we're staffed up. We do have a few more people working tomorrow than a usual May day. And we have lots of lobster, blueberry pie. It's pretty much what they come in for.
But there are some town's residents who are less than enthusiastic about the guests scheduled to visit. Last November, the town passed an initiative that would limit the total amount of cruise ship passengers allowed on shore per day, but that decision is currently being held up in court. Charles Sidman is still actively working on implementing that decision.
Townspeople have made their decision. The town council has stuck its foot further into the mess, and it's just going to be horrible and expensive for certainly the property owners, maybe the cruise ships, maybe the town, but they've made this a bad situation far worse.
In Bar Harbor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
An emergency bill to raise fees paid to redemption centers has been approved by the Maine legislature, and it's now headed to Governor Mills' desk. As we've reported recently, Maine redemption centers have been struggling to stay open, mostly due to higher costs to recycle. Owners have told us that the prices for processing have gone up while the handling fees have stayed the same since 2019. Under the proposal, the handling fees would increase from 4.5 cents to 5.5 cents per container redeemed starting May 1st. Then it will go up again to 6 cents on September 1st. This bill is said to be a temporary fix to keep redemption centers in business while the legislature works on a modernization of the bottle bill. A Bangor landmark is rolling past a historic milestone this year. Our David Ledford spoke with those who have experienced that history firsthand.
Hundreds of people clamoring to get into the grandstands to watch harness racing in Bangor.
Saddle up for an exciting summer because harness racing is back at the Bangor Raceway. This year, the business is celebrating 140 years of hosting the time-honored tradition. One employee says he's been there for nearly half that time. Ralph Canny, this year's presiding judge for the races, has held many roles at the track over the years. He started out grooming and training the horses in 1961 and worked his way up. Looking back on a lifetime in the business, Canny says the Raceway's legacy will be the people who work there.
Like a feeling of belonging, a feeling of importance, a place to grow, of memories, all of that. It's just a very, very exciting time in my life. 60 years of harness racing. Couldn't ask for any more.
For the first time since 2019, simulcast wagering for the Kentucky Derby will be available at the Raceway starting this weekend. Some are hoping this will encourage more people to come out and experience a place that has seen many memorable moments over the years.
There's been many historic events here at the, we've had Teddy Roosevelt here at the grandstands. They've had hot air balloons. They've had concerts out on the infield. It's a great place. Mass Park's it's a great place. It's a historic part of Bangor.
Harness racing driver Heath Campbell has been coming to the Raceway since 1993. With more than 5,500 lifetime wins under his belt and a team of 27 horses that he trains, Campbell spoke about what he's seen in his time at the Bangor landmark and what keeps him coming back.
It's just in my blood. I don't know nothing else. Well, there's been a lot of changes since I've been here, and all good, you know what I mean? The casino come in, helped us a lot. We got new barns, new paddock. The track's always good. So, no, it's been nice.
The Raceway will hold live races bi-weekly on Wednesdays and Sundays. Admission to the grandstand is free, but race programs are sold for $2 each. In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
After the break, we'll take a look at how small changes to your daily habits may help fight inflammation. We'll be right back.
This is our latest hearing aid, packed with 20th century technology. Why beige? To blend in. You know, so it's almost invisible.
You mean like this?
How did you do that?
Treat your ears to $260 off Eargo 7.
I got hurt in a car accident and I've got some questions. Can I talk to a lawyer for free?
I answer car accident questions like these every day. Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Low E, also known as low energy, is wreaking havoc on millions.
I can't even pull out the hose.
Thankfully, there's Planet Fitness. Now through May 10th, join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime.
It's how you turn your low E into big fitness energy.
Our clean and spacious, judgment-free zone has equipment for every workout to keep you energized all day. Simply join through the free PF app for $1 down, $10 a month. No commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, May 10th.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA Insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA Insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA Insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
I'm Phil Levesque, president of Levesque Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963. We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing. Let us help you get back to business.
The White House is fiercely denying Russia's new claim that the U.S. was behind 2 drone strikes at the Kremlin yesterday. One that Russia was calling an assassination attempt on President Putin. Russia has vowed to retaliate. Ukraine is also denying involvement. ABC's Lindsay Watts has new details from Washington.
Russian state media has released this video of drones exploding in the heart of Moscow. One smashing into the Kremlin's iconic domes, then a second exploding as it approaches the Russian flag. Russia has accused both Ukraine and the U.S. of attempting to assassinate Russian President Vladimir Putin, who wasn't there at the time.
There's a word that comes to mind that I'm obviously not appropriate to use on national TV.
On CNN today, White House spokesman John Kirby said Russia is lying about U.S. involvement.
It's a ludicrous claim. The United States had nothing to do with this. We don't even know exactly what happened here.
Ukrainian President Zelensky also denying Ukraine was behind the drone strike.
We don't attack Putin or Moscow. We fight on our territory.
Questions remain about whether this was a real attack or staged by the Russians.
There are reasons that Putin could conceivably want to conduct a false flag operation here. He wants to fire up the Russian people.
Overnight, air defense systems in Kyiv took out incoming drones believed to be part of Russian retaliation. Elsewhere, new strikes killing more than 20 civilians in the southern city of Kherson. Images showing destruction at a grocery store and a train station with nearly 50 people hurt. All of this coming ahead of a planned spring counteroffensive by Ukraine. In a statement, Russia called the alleged drone attack a planned terrorist attack. The Kremlin also issuing the warning that Russia has the right to retaliate when and where it sees necessary.
Harvard doctors say small changes to your daily habits may fight inflammation and lead to a healthier, happier you. With more, here's ABC's Justin Finch.
Inflammation in the body isn't all bad. It helps fight harmful bacteria and helps injuries heal. But when inflammation continues to linger, it can increase your risk of developing conditions such as heart disease, diabetes, depression, and obesity. What can you do every day to keep inflammation away? Experts at Harvard Medical School say small but impactful changes to your daily health habits can curb inflammation. Try eating fatty fish twice a week, getting a new mattress, and brushing your teeth twice a day. They also suggest practicing deep breathing and getting at least 2.5 hours of aerobic exercise a week. All of these changes can help lower inflammation in your blood through better sleep, healthier gums, and less stress. With this Medical Minute, I'm Justin Finch, ABC News.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Living in Maine, many things stick with you throughout your life. If you're far from home or you're missing those things, then Box of Maine is for you. Shipping nationwide for corporate businesses or individuals, Box of Maine gives everyone their own personal taste of our great state. And a portion of every box we sell goes directly to local nonprofits. Have you visited the gift shop yet? Filled to the brim with everything you find in our boxes, you can pick what you need or even create your own box. Stop by for perfect Maine gifts today at Box of Maine.
I've been telling everyone, the secret to great teeth is having healthy gums.
Crest Advanced Gum Restore detoxifies below the gum line and restores by helping heal gums in as little as 7 days. Crest.
When you take me by the hand, I feel better again. Oh, I feel better now.
At Firehouse Subs, we give you craveable subs that are piping hot and piled high. And a portion of every purchase helps give them the life-saving equipment they need. Order online or on the app for contactless pickup or delivery. Only at Firehouse Subs.
Scudic and Bloom, a full-service, custom-designed florist, Main Street in Winter Harbor.
We can deliver one-of-a-kind, full-color flower arrangements
by custom floral designer me, Pam.
Delivering to Ellsworth and surrounding areas for any occasion.
Please visit scudicandbloom.com or call 844-SCUDIC.
Upgrade your outdoor living space with TimberTech decking and railing by AZEK. The low-maintenance decking with the look of natural wood. TimberTech is everything wood should be. TimberTech railings provide safety while adding a beautiful finish. Your Hammond sales rep will help you with your selections and design planning, and Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For the look of real wood that lasts a lifetime, choose TimberTech by AZEK from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Americans are heading into summer with strained wallets due to inflation, but there are still ways to have fun on a budget. A family budgeting expert recommends looking for cheap or free events in your area. Consider a local library, parks, or gardens. You can also get a membership to a zoo, aquarium, or museum and take multiple visits all summer long. The family budgeting expert says if you are determined to travel, look for a location nearby and divide expenses with friends or family. Now let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs.
All right, let's get things rolling. After this morning, the small craft advisory remains posed until about 8 a.m. Friday. Wave heights continue to remain active, courtesy of gusty winds and an area low pressure that continues to develop this morning. River flood warnings remain posted until further notice or so. Water, we got a lot of it recently with the rainfall in the western parts of the state. The water will start to go away rather soon. Otherwise, though, here's the wave heights. They're around 7 feet out there, so still rather active. This is why they're maintaining small craft advisories at least through Friday morning before the winds start to relax. We've had a little bit of precipitation showing up on the radar this morning, tracking from the east going toward the west, a little bit more of an unusual direction this morning, but it happens every now and again. Some rain and possibly a few snowflakes in the northern parts of the state being noted out there this morning. But as we zoom things out and give you the bigger picture, though, here's one area low pressure out towards sea, the other area, though, kind of lingering on land. The good news is this will start to move out of here very soon, as early as tonight, and we'll start to see some sunshine as early as tomorrow. So there is good news on the way. We just need to give it a little while longer. So as for the precipitation today, tracking in from the east going toward the west, mainly just a few scattered rain showers, though. That'll continue in parts of this evening, but notice overnight tonight it starts to taper off, and the clouds break up by about mid-morning. So for the afternoon, a lot of sunshine will be expected, though. So for your Friday, grab the sunglasses. You will need those as early as mid-morning in the good part of the afternoon, and maybe a few passing clouds as we head towards early Saturday morning, again, as the weather finally looks to improve. So otherwise, though, here's the big idea here. About 1/10 of an inch of rain possible before we're all finished up between now and Friday evening. So finally, things are starting to improve in that department as we start to get the rain to back off. So we're almost done, just a little while to go yet. And some gusty winds to deal with today as well, getting up to around 20, maybe 25 miles per hour in a few spots today, kind of coming out of the northeast, going toward the south and west. And we'll keep that going again, especially as we head towards Friday morning with a little bit more gusty winds that we'll need to deal with. But otherwise, our average high temperature is 62 degrees, upper 40s on the way for us today, upper 50s Friday, back in the 60s Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, then lower 60s Tuesday and Wednesday. So at least looking pretty warm once we especially hit Saturday and beyond. So your forecast for today, upper 40s, some scattered rain showers possible. North wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. For tonight, lower 40s, rain showers early, then mostly cloudy. North wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. For tomorrow, decreasing clouds, becoming partly cloudy. Highs in the upper 50s. North wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Here's a look at your extended forecast. So we finally dry out for Cinco de Mayo with a partly cloudy sky. Looking good for the weekend, partly cloudy both days. Highs in the middle to upper 60s. Mid-60s on Monday with a partly cloudy sky.
Thank you, Devin. I'm feeling a little soggy. I'm glad there's some better weather on the way. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.